Welcome to the California Academic Decathlon Virtual Super Quiz Proctor Training. My name is Jennifer Quinn-Jovino. I'm with the Office of the Fresno County Superintendent of Schools, and I am proud to be your host through this virtual training. So let's begin. Most importantly, we want to make sure if you have any affiliation with the school that you've been assigned, please ask to be reassigned to another school before the event begins. Thank you. So let's get started. What's super about the quiz? Well, it's the culminating event. The super quiz covers all of the objective subject areas and puts the students' knowledge to the test. It's public. It's the only event that takes place in front of a live studio audience. It's also the end of a long competition. The objective tests, the essays, the interviews and speeches, those are all done. And now this is the final hurdle, and you're going to help the students get over it. So what are the details? Here's a quick reference. If you want to take a photo of that with your smartphone, go ahead. We'll leave it up for a couple of seconds. But these are all the details that we are going to go through in our training here today. So take a picture. We're also going to have it up at the end of the training as well. So let's dive into all of these details right now. In your Proctors Kit, you are going to have the Scantron that the team will be using, and also one extra just in case. You will have one team roster giving you all the names and numbers of the students that will be visiting with you, one venue diagram with team numbers, one scorecard to hold up in case your team gets them right, and one red card to hold up in case you have any issues and need assistance from a floor monitor. There will also be a bag containing pencils for the students, your blue pencil, and anything else you might need to get you through all 3 rounds of competition. So let's talk about those rounds of competition right now. In the competition format, there are 3 rounds of competition, up to 3 students per round. You might not have all 3 for every round, and that's normal. That's okay. Somebody might be absent, somebody might be sick. But round 1 will be the varsity students. These student numbers will end in 7, 8, and 9. Next up will be the scholastic students. These student ID numbers will end in 4, 5, and 6. And then our honor round, students 1, 2, and 3. There's only going to be one Scantron used for all 3 of these rounds and all 9 of these students. So one student will be the designated scribe. They will have that Scantron and the pencil. And all of 3 of the students need to agree upon the answer that that scribe writes down. That's very important. So students can confer. They do need to agree upon an answer and mark that one answer on that one Scantron. Again, 14 questions for each of those rounds. So 42 lines will be used on that Scantron. So that's the basic format. Now let's go into a little bit more detail in terms of how it all works during the competition. Students will take their seats and you will hand the Scantron and a pencil to the designated team scribe. They're probably the ones sitting in the center of the 3. That might be the hint right there. After the quiz master reads a question and all of the answer choices, decathletes will then have an additional 10 seconds or 20 seconds for math to confer and mark their answer on that team Scantron. After time, pencils up, is called, you will circle the team's answer in blue pencil. That's very important. Don't use a regular pencil for that. The blue pencil isn't picked up by the Scantron machine. So you're going to circle whatever they answered in blue. Then the correct answer will be announced and displayed on the screen, and you as the proctor are going to put a check mark, once again in blue, next to the circled answer if they got it correct. If they didn't get it correct, no check mark is necessary. Then the proctors or the team, if they want to, will raise the scorecard denoting that they got that right. If they didn't get it right, no scorecard will be raised. And then again, the red card, if you have any trouble, if they marked on the wrong line, if they didn't bubble it in fully, if they didn't fully erase and remark what they wanted to, you're going to hold up that red card, That will stop the competition for just a moment. The floor monitor will come around. They will provide that little bit of a pause so that you can get anything you need to done, and then the competition will resume. So that red card is very important. Use it if you have to. So that's how it works. Let's dive a little bit deeper now, step by step. As proctors, you will distribute the testing materials, that's a Scantron and a pencil, to the students on the MC's request, at least for that first round. You will confirm the student ID numbers for each round. So each student is there. The first round, their ID is going to end in 7, 8, or 9. Then it's going to be 4, 5, 6. Last round is 1, 2, 3. You're going to make sure you've got the right students for each round. You will help the students feel comfortable. You will monitor any irregularities. And you will, of course, circle the team's answer in blue pencil. And if they got it right, a blue check mark. And if they didn't get it right, no blue check mark. Then display the scorecard for the audience if they got the answer correct. And if no correct answers, no scorecard will be raised. And again, raise the red card between questions, never during a question, between questions for assistance if you need it. Okay, so those are the basics. After the final round, keep the honor students in their seats until the super quiz activities have concluded, because they're going to have those Scantrons in their hand. The floor monitors are going to want to go around and collect those without a lot of chaos and students milling around. So make sure the honor students stay in their seats until all of those Scantrons are collected and the quiz master excuses everyone. When they do, you will collect all the remaining pencils, your blue pencil, the extra Scantron, the bag, whatever was in your Proctors kit. You'll put it all back together and you will place it on the stage before you exit the building. So that's it. Time for a quick review. Here's all the things that we covered. If you didn't get a picture of that during the first beginning of our training, go ahead and get it now. But quick review, 1 Scantron will be used. You're going to use lines 1 through 42. No clickers this year. 14 questions per round, 3 rounds, 42 questions. Teams will collaborate once the questions and answers or distractors are shown on the screen. Then they have the additional 10 seconds, 20 for math, after that last distractor is read to mark the answer on the Scantron. 1 response per question. All 3 students need to agree on the answer. After time is up for a question, the proctor will circle the team's answer with a blue pencil. The MC will read the correct answer. It will also be shown on the screen, and you will put a check mark with your blue pencil if they got it right. No check mark if they didn't. After each round, the teams will change. We go from varsity to scholastic to honor. Once again, there's no test booklets. It's just the screen and the MC, you, and the students. That's it. I'd ask you if there are any questions, but we're virtual. I know you're going to be just fine. And I want to say thank you for your time. We appreciate you, and we hope to see you next year.